Let's be honest, true self-care for educators isn't just bubble baths and spa days. It's taking care of future you. It's about setting boundaries and reducing your cognitive load so you can actually clock out at the end of the day.
I got to bust loose from this ball and chain.
Welcome to TechTips with Cameron. I'm Cameron, and today we're back with another productivity power-up. We are talking about Google Calendar. But we aren't just using it to remember when the staff meeting is. We are going to use it to protect your time and keep all your details in one place so you don't have to carry them all around in your head. Let's start with your morning routine. Most of us sit down, open our laptops, and immediately open our email. But here's the hard truth. Your inbox is a list of what other people want you to do. Your calendar is a list of what you need to do. By opening Google Calendar before you check your email, you ground yourself in your own priorities for the day. You see where your prep period is, you see your meetings, and you plan your day before letting someone else's emergency derail you. Have you ever spent 10 panicked minutes before a meeting searching your inbox for a link or for an original email that explained what was going to be happening? We can solve that. When you create an event, you can put all the details in one place. You choose your time, you choose your guests, but here's the key. You can add in descriptions to help you understand what's going to be happening in that meeting. Remember to check email about, and we can put the link to that email right inside of there. You head to your email, you copy the link of that email, and when you're inside of this, you can paste that right in. You can even highlight and link directly that way to keep it pretty. This is not the only way to keep things organized. You can also add in dot jots, point form, and attachments directly from Google. So if it's important that you have an image or a calendar or a script or a slide, you can just click on it, attach it, and it will be right in there. It's always good to double check too that you know which calendar you're adding it to. There's a big difference between adding things to your work calendar and your home life. And when you're ready, click save. By making sure your calendar event has all the pertinent information, you're making sure that future you is set up for success. When it's time for that meeting, you just click the calendar entry and absolutely everything you need is here waiting for you. Let's talk about visual boundaries. You can have different calendars for different parts of your life. Create a specific calendar for your extracurriculars, one for your family, one for your classroom. Give them their own unique color and simply toggle them on and off so you only see the ones you need. Teaching is also a team sport. You can share your calendar with your grade partner, your co-teacher, or co-workers, and have them share theirs with you. You can easily toggle them on and off by clicking the checkboxes when you want to see them. How do you share your calendar? Well, you find your calendar, you click these three dots, and you click on Settings and Sharing. You can choose who you share your calendar directly with, as well as choose whether you want to make it available to the public, make it available for the Halton District School Board to see for your busy or your event details. Down here is where you can change your event notifications so that you can be reminded the way you want to be. But for your day-to-day, let's set some hard boundaries using working hours and focus time. By setting your working hours in your calendar settings, anyone who tries to invite you to a meeting at 5:30 p.m. gets an automatic warning that you're off the clock. You don't have to say no. Your calendar says it for you. To get to your working hours, you click on the Settings menu, click on Settings, and head down to Google Workspace Smart Features. Just below here, you can choose the days you work, the times you work, and where you're working from. And for that precious prep period, use the focus time event type to physically block your schedule. You can set it to automatically decline conflicting messages so future you actually has the uninterrupted time you need to get things done.
I ain't got time.
Now that your big blocks are set, let's bring in the to-do list. Google Tasks are a seamless layer on your calendar. When you create a task and give it a time, it automatically appears right here on the grid. So I've added in photocopy math tests. I've added it inside of here as a task. It saves it on my Google Task list, but it also saves it right here inside of my calendar. You can add tasks directly from Gmail or right here inside of Google Calendar. You aren't just saying what you need to do, you're telling future you exactly when you are going to do it. And the best part, when you finally photocopy that math quiz, you just click the task right on your schedule and see it get crossed out. Instant satisfaction for your brain.
Gray skies out of my way.
Let's redefine self-care. Start your day with your calendar, not your inbox. Time block your tasks, attach your emails, and share the load with your team. We'll push those gray days away and build some time back into those calendars for yourself. Hope this helps, and We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.